Inside this box is a brand new smartphone made by a company called Zuk, and you've probably never heard of them. However, you've probably heard of Lenovo, the company that backs Zuk. The idea for Lenovo is that it gets an online-only smartphone brand, ready to take on companies like Xiaomi and OnePlus in China. But the big difference between certainly Xiaomi and Zuk is that you can buy the phone anywhere in the world through their online store. So it makes it considerably more interesting to us. Zuk's first phone is the Z1, which you can see here. The design is really minimalist. It's still attractive, but it's not covered in anything super flashy. However, this is an aluminium chassis, so it's really elevated above regular, ordinary, cheap smartphones. It is a plastic rear cover though. Now we think the design is actually really pretty and reminds us not only of the iPhone but also of early Samsung Galaxy phones, certainly with this shiny rear panel. Specs wise, this is a 5.5 inch 1080p touchscreen on the front, and underneath is this nice button. While it's a physical button, you can actually push it, it's also a fingerprint sensor, which is really nice. The phone runs Android, but it is the Cyanogen version of Android. So it comes with the Google Play Store installed. It's not a version of Android that you often see on Chinese phones that doesn't come with Google services. So you've got everything all ready to go on the phone. Inside is a Snapdragon 801 processor, not the newest chip on the market, but certainly one of the best performing. We've seen it in a wide variety of phones over the last year or so, and it's always been a great performer. Has 3 GB of RAM and is also accompanied by a massive 64 GB of internal memory, and that's pretty good. On the rear at the top here is a 13 megapixel camera, and above the screen on the front is an 8 megapixel selfie cam. Interestingly, with the selfie cam you can also use the fingerprint sensor to take those snaps, and it doesn't need anything, no press or anything like that, which can steady your hand. The fingerprint sensor can also be used as a back button, so for example if you're inside the Google Play Store or you're in any other app, then a simple tap takes you back one step. Again, nice feature. It does also have keys at either side of the screen here, just like regular Android phones. Now the big difference between this and say, well, the OnePlus 2 is well known to be a reasonably priced phone, and this is also similarly reasonably priced. This is around $320 bought from Zuk online, which we think is a pretty great price. This is a solid phone, don't forget, it's a metal chassis. The battery you will love if you don't want your phone to die within a day. It's a 4100 mAh cell inside here. This explains some of the thickness of the device. But I've had at least 2 days use out of this, using gaming, benchmarking and the camera, and it's performed extremely well. If you've never used Cyanogen before, then it's pretty similar to regular Android. The notifications at the top will certainly look the same. The big difference here is in the app menu. So you open it up and you get this alphabetical list of installed apps. It's actually very intuitive. You can just tap onto a key at the bottom and bring up an alternative way of finding apps. Really nice, and you'll never notice the difference between that and regular Android, to be honest. It's smooth, it's fast, it's a pleasure to use. So that is a quick look at the Zuk Z1, which is available online for around $320. You might even find it a little bit cheaper. And you can read the full review of this phone at Digital Trends right now.